The one sure thing about the last 12 months is there were no sure things.
Quite frankly, I don't think you, myself, Governor Cooper, or anyone could have predicted a once in a 100-year pandemic. And how do you respond to a virus that you've never seen before that's spreading very quickly?
These are unsettling times. I know some people are afraid.
But in the fog of war, you're making decisions that you're hoping will keep people safe, and I think Governor Cooper did so.
But those decisions...
Today, I have signed a stay-at-home order for the entire state of North Carolina.
Hey, you.
...have huge effects on regular people like Katie Tanner, who's a hairstylist in Reidsville.
I had some frustrations because his decisions directly affect me, and I get that angst every time he comes on, you know, at like Tuesday at 3. I'm like, oh God, like, are we gonna get shut down? Cool.
For 2 months, she was. But that's not her only professional hurdle.
All right, hip straight.
And you have a chunk of clients who are afraid to come back?
Oh, I do have, yeah, for sure. Or that want me to come to their house so that they don't have to leave their house. I mean, I have one client that's not left her house since March 15th.
Yeah. And a couple that want to make sure you come in on an off time, a Sunday afternoon where no one else is there and she can clean.
I have to work some 7 days. Like some weeks I work 7 days a week because people don't want to be in there with anyone else.
Her husband Evan's side gig, doing sets for community theater, is still shut down, so they would welcome the extra $1,400 stimulus the federal government says they want to provide.
Stuff's stacking up, and a $1,400 difference, which a $2,800 difference would be a huge help for us, and like we wouldn't be sweating right now.
Being in the restaurant business is like dog years.
Algernon Cash has his own restaurant that is also shut down. He wants a more nuanced government policy, understanding the differences between sit-down restaurants and to-go.
We didn't have a rifle approach, we did a shotgun approach. We went immediately to full shutdowns without really trying to look deeply and intently with every industry to figure out if the restrictions made sense for that particular industry.
Ooh, girl.
Monica Moyer runs a bakery, not a restaurant, but sweet treats like the one she makes aren't a constant in many people's diets. So when she looks at her business these days, she thinks,
okay, Valentine's may pick up, but what are you going to do after that?
That's her project for 2021.
No, for real, man.
Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.